My name is Esmeralda Gomez, and today I will be presenting the union Ibew. So what is Ibew? Ibew stands for International Brotherhood of Electricity Workers. This union is for electricity workers, and it has been around since electricity was invented. So once electricity workers realized how dangerous working with electricity was, they decided to organize themselves. So back then, when electricity first was invented, electricians weren't paid enough, they worked long hours, and their working conditions were really unsafe. So that's why they had to organize themselves early on. So as the industry grew, electricians began organizing themselves and setting the stage for increased safety measures, fair pay, and a better standard of living. So the history of Ibew. Before Ibew formed, there were long work days, low pay, and unsafe work for electricians and wiremen. So the union was formed in 1890. So during 1890 and 1892, the union faced financial crisis and lost many members. So during this time, there was a Great Depression, and a lot of union members lost their jobs. So the union faced a really big financial crisis during that time. So when union members lost their job, other employees that might have been hiring wouldn't want to hire these past union members. So they were really hostile towards them. Not only were employers hostile, but also the society as a whole. They frowned upon union members. So in an article that I read, they said that union members would put their union ticket or slip in their shoes. That way nobody would know that they're part of a union. So on January 1st, 1928, the Ibew introduced the Pension and Benefit Fund, Electrical Workers Benefit Association, passed in January 1st, 1922, to help workers with burial services. So this one I thought was really interesting because once the union realized how dangerous it was that to work with electricity, they realized that a lot of them passed away due to accidents. Either they would get electrocuted or they would fall off a pole. So they decided to start this, and I think it was a really good thing that they did. So in 1947, the apprenticeship program began for electricians. So right here is a picture of the first convention that was held at Ibew. These are considered the founding fathers of Ibew. All right, so recent strikes. So throughout the years since Ibew began, there have been many strikes, but I just decided to focus on the most recent ones. So in 2016, there was a strike against Verizon, and this was due to reduced pension and outsourcing of jobs. So I guess Verizon decided to move jobs to a different country because it was more cost efficient, and they rebelled. They didn't rebel, but the union members decided to strike because they didn't believe that was fair, which it isn't. And it involved 40,000 workers and lasted over 6 weeks. So the most recent one is the 2017 strike against Charter Communications. This was due to forcing workers to leave a union and agree to their new benefit plan. It involved 1,800 workers, and it lasted about 80% of the workdays within that year. Also, when I was looking at the article for this, it stated that this was one of the largest strikes in history, and it seems like it because it almost lasted a whole year. So Ibew today. So today, the union remains strong with approximately 725,000 members. It has 800 local unions in the United States, and it also has unions in Canada, Puerto Rico, Panama, Guam, and Spain. It represents 6 different branches within electricity. It represents utility, construction and maintenance, broadcasting and telecommunications, railroad, manufacturing, and government employees. And here are my references. Thank you.